Alright, I skipped most of the deployment phase here because this is an extremely long replay. I've pretty much finished the deployment. I have my cavalry stationed over here and my infantry over here. I purposely chose the Black Forest map because it's a little bit confusing, so that would help me hide my maneuvers. I also made it foggy to make it even worse. My opponent is playing as the Byzantines, and he has a lot of troops. More than me. He also has this hill back here. Kazakis is my opponent. He has some extremely good infantry back here. Latinkon. Varangian Guard. Byzantine Guard archers, which are pretty much the same as Byzantine dismounted lancers, which are sword infantry, except those guys have bows as well. Very useful. To start off, I moved my cavalry, which is composed of 2 units of Polish nobles, 2 units of Streltsky. In the background there, my two serpentines are firing into the enemy's formation on the hill up there. My opponent hasn't brought any artillery, so I am the only one who has any. These Streltsky are very good. They're armed with crossbows and axes. Very good against armor. The enemy is marching his cataphract away closer to me. He has quite a bit. He has 3 units of militia cavalry. I'm gonna move back at first so I can make sure to get some javelin kills on these cataphract away. Cataphracta are somewhat slow as far as cavalry goes. So they're vulnerable to my missile units. After falling back, I go back into the fray here. I send my general in first. And he intercepts with his militia. My general's just going to shred these militia cavalry. I bring in my Polish nobles. And the Streltsky. I did a lot of skirmishing in this cavalry. I kept pulling my missile troops back so they could get some shots off, because that's what they excel at. And there goes my general. I charged him a bit too early. But the cataphracts are taking heavy casualties. And these ones are breaking. These ones break later. These are the last ones left fighting. 16 men strong. I still have quite a bit of cavalry left. While this was going on, I had my infantry advance into the forest. And they're all hiding here, completely unknown to the Byzantine forces. I was pretty certain that with the cavalry battle going on, he wouldn't be thinking about this. Now that the cavalry battle is over, I'm going to start turning to my infantry more. For my infantry, I have 3 units of spearmen, 2 units of dismounted Polish knights, 2 units of woodsmen. My cavalry I brought up to the edge of the woods here, so they could attack some Byzantine troops in here. And that's when I have my infantry attack.
You must act now.
The enemy are actually hidden, but they had their backs faced to me. My spearmen are a lot better than the enemy's spearmen. I sent in the spearmen first because they're a solid defensive unit. So now these men are hemmed in by my spears and my cavalry, who are providing missile support. I've advanced my archers out here, where they're getting shot by the Byzantine Guard archers, who have very good range. I'm also advancing my woodsmen up to the main battle line for the enemy, as well as my dismounted Polish knights. Victory seems certain down here still. I knew that the woods here would help protect my units. They just shred through these peasants who end up. So they're protected from missile fire in this thick woods. I'm going to send my woodsmen into the Varangian Guard here. They are way outclassed and they end up breaking. My dismounted Polish knights also are charging for a unit of Varangian Guard. They're a different type of infantry. They should be able to attack quicker. Victory seems certain, but they're not happy right now. Defeat seems certain, and they're not happy. The other unit of woodsmen has finally showed up. He's flanking me with this unit of Latin colon. These are mercenaries from the rest of Europe that serve the Byzantine Empire.
Our men are under attack. We need to act.
My general's bodyguard is fighting a unit of Latin con and a unit of Byzantine Guard archers down back here. They no longer have the general, so I'm sort of just throwing them away. They are getting quite a few kills, though. I've marched my cavalry behind the enemy formation. Unfortunately, I don't have very much cavalry anymore.
Changes in the course of battle. for defeat seems almost certain.
These men are now out of ammo. The only thing left to do is charge. Their morale's not bad, but they don't have a lot of men anymore. I'm gonna charge these Byzantine guard archers because they're a terrible pain in my side. My cannon just got some kills right there. My infantry is largely composed of these archers now, Lithuanian archers.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They attack now!
Interestingly, the archers held up the longest. I'm gonna move them further up the hill so they can get more range. I hope these spearmen can hold the enemy off for a while.
Seems almost certain.
To give these men more. And they're broke. "54% allies killed, 60% enemies killed." So my opponent has lost more men at this point, but I'm not doing really good. Latin con. Those guys will tear these guys apart. Lithuanian archers have a large shield and they also carry a sword, but they're not hand-to-hand fighters.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost... Lord be merciful, we have lost half of our men.
I just keep retreating this unit because I want to protract the battle as long as I can. Make the enemy work in order to win this battle. My archers are split up quite a bit, which should help them be able to fight back against the Byzantine army. These are just low-end spears, spear militia. They're actually routing.
Our men are under attack. We must act now. Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Most of my army is routing here. I'm actually in control of these archers. Now they're routing as well. A few units of Latin con are headed towards my cannon, but they turn away. This is a mistake here. I shouldn't have let my largest unit of archers get into a fight with Latin con.
Only intervention by the Almighty Lord or a military genius can bring us victory from this debacle.
My cannons have actually run out of ammunition now, so I'm going to form a battle line behind these stakes. There aren't any cavalry anymore, but if I have my men behind the stakes, it'll actually interrupt the flow of infantry through them. My plan at this point is just to consolidate all my forces back where the Serpentine crew are. Here they've been joined by a few units of Lithuanian archers. And so this is my last stand. Just a few archers and a few cannon crew guys. "74% allies killed, 66% enemies killed." These spear militia here have pretty lousy morale. So they're gonna run. Varangian Guard here are gonna tear my archers apart. My Serpentine crew are, interestingly enough, very hardy fighters. Their morale remains pretty good throughout the rest of this last stand defense here. Which is impressive considering the fact they only have daggers. It says victory seems certain on my Serpentine crew. Defeat is certain for these Latin Cone. But then this happens, and that's not good.
We can only atone for this defeat by crushing our enemy next time.
So my opponent Kazakis told me it was a good game. I made him work for this battle. Men deployed 900. I deployed 926. My opponent Kazakis deployed 1,061. Men lost 736 for me, 593 for my opponent. 190 men remaining for me, 468 remaining for the opponent. Enemies killed, 631 for me, 524 for the opponent. My general's bodyguard killed 111 men for my general's unit. Polish nobles 48, 36, Streltsky 28, 27, spearmen 40, 36, Lithuanian archers 38, 20, Serpentine 68 and 88. So my general and my Serpentines are the most useful troops in this battle. I'll have more videos soon, and thank you for